Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And that is insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here's Coleman. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down, it's Coleman. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Daniels, flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On first down, it's Hubbard. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Good for an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that down by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's Murray. Away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Seam 6. 58's the money. 58's the money. Check.
Throwing is Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
3rd and 1 here for Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. He sets to fire deep. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
Mike 57. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. 57, Mike 57. It's going to be a long...
A 1st down throw for Mariota. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
Nice play, baby, nice play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Switch, switch. Anyway. He's checking. Crack him. Check 31.
Coleman. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. And able to find Dorsett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
54 Mike. 6 man.
check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 13, check 13.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
You can't block me. You can't.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
57, Mike 57. Go, Doctor, go. We got this.
On 3rd down, Daniels. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Daniels. Dorsett making the catch. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got him.
58's the mark. 58's the mark.
Ready?
58's the mark. 58.
Orbit.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Mariota. Open man is Jacob Hollister. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll run it with Hill. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, 58.
Fellas, let's go. You.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line. Come on, set. 54 Mike.
I'm on.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Check. Check 15.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tevin Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Rams 14, Eagles nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those script...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check. Fresno. Check 6 guys.
This is Coleman. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Jatavis Brown on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. To throw on 3rd down, Daniels escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
You got that right there. Check, check. Lucky. He's crashing. He's checking.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Back to throw. Daniels. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The throw over the middle taken in, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First 58 right there. 3 balls.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Delta.
And 58 is a mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Coming this way. Here we go.
To throw again on second down, Mariota. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jacob Hollister, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop the franchise.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Alpha. 58, right over there.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
58 exit.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
I'm here all day. 58 for Mike. 58. 58 for Mike.
Now Mariota. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Check it back. Check it back. Alert 3. Alert 3.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
57. Mike, 57. I got one. Go. Check. Watch the
On third down, Daniels. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They're on the 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
16, 116, boys.
One set, eyes up, one set.
To throw is Mariota. And he's going to have the connection with Foster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Mariota now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
57's the mic, go. 57's the mic.
To throw Mariota. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They will run again with Coleman. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All day, dog.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single.
Watch 89. Watch 89. Strong right.
To throw on third down, Daniels. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Smoke.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Mariota now. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the fourth on the punt fumble. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hit, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Check.
On first down, Coleman. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check three. Check 37. Check 37.
Second down, this is Wilson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing there to keep this drive going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
It's our time. Out. Slip.
Coleman now. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. He's giving him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing, Mariota. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. On second down, it's Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go, boy, bring it up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
He's got daylight past the 20. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. He's back to throw. Dorsett's got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Check 31, check 31. Bang, 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 bang. Ready, go. Check 13, check the 6, pull it, high. He's coming. We got double up. Whip, 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 whip. Cut up.
On first down, Coleman. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 15, check 15. Shit. Begin. Hey, switch gears. Check 99.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson with a first down carry. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
Shoot. Wide. Get wide. Watch twist. Switch. Yup. Play.
They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Rams 33, Eagles 28.